here in a continuation is more or less a part 2 of a video on tearing apart the steering mechanism, these rods where my index finger and third finger's at. And I'm going to now dig into the servo saver, and we'll talk and discuss about that in a few seconds. Nice and loose, not the best product in the world. So the servo saver, we're going to take this apart and examine it and compare it to the original one and see if we can simply maybe swap just the top mechanism versus the bottom mechanism. And while I do that, we shall just simply weigh each one. These are 3 grams difference, and this is I think a couple of more, 13 grams difference. So there is a lot of weight that you're putting on your vehicle. Let's tear this apart and show you how simple it is. But remember, you need to use Loctite on any metal surfaces. You will lose bolts, nuts, etc., etc. Taking everything apart that affiliates to the servo saver. We have everything apart. Be careful about the bearings because the 2 bottoms may stay in there. And there we have it. The servo saver matched up like for like. These are the 2 steering rods. They weigh 19.4 grams. They weigh 32.2, so we're going to say 31 grams. That's about 11 plus grams more, give or take, right? So let's just weigh one. That's 16.5 grams, so that's 16 grams versus 9.6. So that is a lot of weight, if you ask me. A lot of weight. So these are the bearings. They don't even register on the scale, 0.8. 18.2. And they got 2 bearings in here. And we're at 27.6. So that's like 7 to 8 grams heavy. So that's a lot of weight, if you ask me, putting on your vehicle. All that's out of the way. People want to know how heavy they were. There you go. This is my biggest complaint. You need to have a socket, a crescent wrench to fit on this, an open box socket. This has a gear type feel that you can simply tighten and loosen. This you cannot. So I do like the bar, but not all of it. And you can see how hard it is to get off by hand. And I'm going to have to simply go get a wrench to get this off. I'm going to take a open end crescent wrench, and I'm going to just simply unloosen this. Should you put Loctite on it? You should, once you know exactly where everything's at. This thing comes disassembled, so you have to assemble it. the nut, the spring, the servo or servo save arm, and the bolt shaft. Inside here is a 2.0 millimeter with another washer shaft, and you get the bolt. You need to have Loctite, and there it is, the shaft. So all this gets put on. I'll try not to drop it this time. You can see what Loctite does if you put too much on. There's the little shaft right there. I'm going to do something very simple, easy, to the point. I'm not going to worry about trying to fix it or if it's the correct way. I'm going to simply transfer over my parts, just the top gear part. As you can see, I make this nice and tight. I still got the turn, and I don't want it to be just a little bit hard there. So here I am, like I said, simply transferring over just the top part. I got a little problem, not sure if one was correct and the other was wrong. I don't have to put Loctite because I'm working with plastic. I don't think I want to put these pieces on, but if I do, I at least have them at a later time. So now I need to transfer all this over to the car and show you how that's done. If you're a neat freak and you want to clean this up, do so. Now's the time. Place on your bearing. They should slide right over. You're going to now put on your servo saver, and these two go to the front. Just like so. This is what's going to attach to your car right here, and we're going to do that right now. So if you're looking for steps how to put a servo, replace it, this is exactly what you're going to be doing. Don't apply a lot of pressure unless you have your hands underneath your finger. Make it tight just enough that it grabs and it holds. A little bit more. We should be on there. Want to make sure the bearing sits into the base. You can straighten this out or put this on at a later time. You put your two top bearings in, you press them in with your presser. That'd be your finger. Now would be a good time to put your tie rods back on. But you could do that before you put your wheels, if you have taken your tie rods off. These are the two top covers that go on over here. You could lube your bearings, whatever your heart desires. Hold them in place. Get yourself some Loctite, because these screws, they go into metal. Now what you're going to do is align your bolts, your M2s. Slowly get them started. I apply Loctite on the other couple of bolts or nuts. Not a lot, just enough that it grabs. This goes over here, that locks the plate into place. You have your antenna that you're going to slide this through. And you're basically accomplished a servo saver, exchange out, and repair. I do want to clean up, and that is my repair. I like the new look of just having the bar on top in gold. It gives it layers. I wish these would have worked out quite well, but they are APOS. At least I got some spare parts in metal, aluminum, and it's not worth the money for this particular upgrade. So I hope my video here has helped you make your change out of the servo and the steering rod in the other video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Please rate, comment, show some love. Time to look for a new antenna and get this thing to stay straight. But this stays in the car just like this. On that note, have a great day. And thank you for viewing.